Okay, good day everyone. My name is Adibo Kenechukwu Franklin. I am here to talk about my project, Netcrafts. It is all about network topology. Network topology simply refers to the diagrammic representation of how um, the network works. Now, I would now want to talk about IP addressing. We have two types of IP addresses. We have the public IP address and the private IP address. The private IP address is simply an IP address that is given to a device within a local network, while a public IP address is an IP address in which a device is identified within a network, not a local network, a public network, the internet itself. That is what a public IP address is. Okay, so I'm going to use this section to further demonstrate on what a local network is. We're not including this section that's connected to the internet. We are not including it. We're only including this area. We're only including what from the router down to the devices. Okay, so this is what you would call a local network. A local network would consist of only the router and the devices connected to the router. Now, we want to look at the DHCP. What is the DHCP? The DHCP stands for the Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. This is the protocol responsible for enabling the router to give each and every single device connected to it its own IP address. Keep in mind that the MAC address, Media Access Control Address, is the only type of address that can never ever change. A device's public IP address can change. A device's private IP address can change, but a device's MAC address can never change. This is permanently soldered into your system. Even when the system gets destroyed, the MAC address will still be identified on your system. Okay, so back to what I was saying about the DHCP. The DHCP is responsible for enabling the router to produce its private IP address, also known as the gateway, as well as the private IP addresses of each device connected to it. The default gateway now acts as what the router uses to communicate with each device that is connected to. Without the default gateway, the router won't be able to communicate with each device, any device at all. Now we want to look at the NAT. What is NAT? NAT simply means network address transmission. This is the protocol responsible for enabling each device connected to a router to appear as a single public IP address in which can be used to go over the internet. This NAT enables a single IP address to be shared amongst the devices connected to the router. Let's say now I want to use my laptop to browse about the World Cup. As I type in and hit search on my browser, a request is sent to my browser. A request is sent to my router. My router has identified my IP as the one that has sent the request. It now goes ahead, now masks my private IP with the public IP, and then goes over to the internet to get whatever it is I would want to get, with me appearing as the public IP address. It then sends back the results of what I asked for, and then the router, through the identification of my private IP address, gives me back what I asked for. The same thing happens for the smart TV and the Android phone. Now, what I've said here, what I've explained here, works the same way for this. The only difference you can say is that this is a wired connection. This is a LAN cable, while this is a wireless connection. This uses Wi-Fi. This local network uses Wi-Fi in making its connection, while this uses cables in making its connection. This is considerably faster and is recommended for those who use the Wi-Fi for serious work and don't want any Wi-Fi interruptions. Okay, with all that said and done, I would want to say thank you for the opportunity in which you have given me to watch my videos. I hope you find this insightful, and take care.